New York Harbor, 1942. German U-boats lurked just beyond the Atlantic horizon, sinking Allied cargo ships one by one. On the piers of Brooklyn and Manhattan, tension was rising. Longshoremen whispered about sabotage, about Nazi spies slipping in among the cargo crates at night. Ships burned and rumors spread faster than the tides. Inside a nondescript Navy office in Lower Manhattan, a small group of officers sat around a smoke-filled table. The Office of Naval Intelligence needed help, when someone quietly suggested an unthinkable idea. What if we talk to them? Enter Charles "Lucky" Luciano. Once the king of organized crime, Luciano now sat behind bars in Dannemora prison, his empire shattered after a conviction for running prostitution rings in New York. But to the Navy, Lucky wasn't just a criminal, he was a man with influence. His network stretched from the waterfront to Sicily itself, the island where the Allies planned to invade in 1943. And through his old associate, Meyer Lansky, a deal began to form. Lansky met quietly with naval intelligence officers. It would be called Operation Underworld, and it would go down as one of the strangest alliances of World War II. The Allies were preparing for the invasion of Sicily, but Sicily was a fortress. The mountains were steep, the roads dangerous, and the locals distrusted outsiders. The Mafia, however, knew those mountains. They knew those people. Through secret channels, the Americans began reaching out to Sicilian Mafia contacts. Messages moved through Italian-American intermediaries, whispers through prison walls, and coded letters. The idea was simple. If the Mafia could provide guides, intelligence, and local cooperation, the invasion would go smoother. Fewer traps, fewer dead. On July 9, 1943, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Sicily. Among the troops landing near Gila and Licata were officers carrying names and letters, recommendations from Mafia contacts. The Americans found locals ready to help, offering food, water, and directions through enemy-held villages. German troops vanished into the hills, and the Sicilian people opened their doors. Within weeks, Sicily had fallen, and with it, Mussolini's power began to crumble. And when the war ended, Lucky Luciano's cooperation was rewarded. His sentence was quietly commuted, and in 1946, he was deported back to Italy, but the Mafia remembered. In the years that followed, Sicily's black market flourished. The Mafia returned stronger than before, wearing new clothes, speaking the language of politics, commerce, and influence. What began as a wartime necessity had planted the seeds for a new era of power. And as the saying goes, once you make a deal with the Mafia, the debt is never truly paid. Thank you for listening to my story. My name is Melissa. I'll see you in the next one.